All right. This is Jason Coles again. Welcome back for Game 2 of the Western Colorado Hockey League playoffs. This is Vale in the gold 50th anniversary jerseys against Summit. No Garvey again today. He's still feeling the effects of the flu. We hope he is on the mend. And we hope he can join us, and we hope we're in tomorrow. But we got some business to take care of today for that to happen. This is a double elimination format tournament. So the way that works is there's a winner bracket and a loser bracket. You want to stay out of the loser bracket. If we win this game, we would go on to play the winner of the Steamboat West Elk game later this morning. If we lose this game, we go into the loser bracket and could end up playing several games this afternoon. And the worst part about going into the loser bracket is there's a game at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning here. We'd like to avoid that if we can. So looks like we'll probably have Dory in the net for this one. We'll get started here in a minute. After a few last words from Coach TJ and Paul and Doug. So to start here, we got Boyd, Weinrich, and Bastine. Coles and Roman on D. Dory in the net. Back to Loden on the face-off there. He gets it ahead to Boyd, who hands it off to Weinrich in the zone. Weinrich fires a shot, and that's in the glove. So good quick start there. We'll get a face-off in the Summit zone here. Weinrich digs that over to Boyd. He gets tied up on the boards. Gets a shot up there. A little bit of a muffin. Goalie nonchalantly grabs that one out of the air. All right, Weinrich loses the face-off there. Summit gets it out of the zone. That will be, nope, they're going to wave off icing. Loden goes around the boards to Boyd. He's going to chip it to Weinrich on the breakout there. That ends up going to Bastine. He gets it across the blue line and gets it in deep there. Boyd looking back for Bankert at the top of the circle. Bankert unable to handle that pass. And we got Summit on the breakout the other way. Good shot block there by Bates. And a shot goes through the slot there. No call there as Calvin ties it up with Zayden Collins from Summit. Okay, we'll clear that out of the zone and put the forecheck on here. Bankert, Board, and Rizet. Here's Board. He's going to hand it off to Nolan. Nolan's shot there, blocked by the goalie, and Summit will clear it out of the zone. This is going to go for icing. So we'll change things up here again on the stoppage, and we'll get a face-off down in the Summit zone. Okay, Cruz January out now with Bankert and Rizet. Chopko and Gorbold on D. Bankert digs it back to Chopko on the faceoff. Oh! Bankert misses on the tip attempt there, but that was the right idea. Okay, Summit going the other way. Oh, no. Good back check there. Helps break that up. Oh, no. Cruz loses his footing there and the puck. Dory gets that one with the blocker. All right, here's Bankert. He's just going to ice it, which was probably the right call. We were on our heels there in our own zone. We got Sucic and Roman out on D now. Weinrich, Bastine, and Boyd are the forwards. All right, here's Boyd, chips it off the glass. Summit gets to it before he can. Sucic skating back the other way, trying to create some time and space. Misses on that pass to Boyd. He'll get it ahead for Bastine there. They're going to wave off the icing as we put on the forecheck in the corner. Okay, Nash sends that back into the corner. Summit comes away with it. They're unable to clear it out of the zone. Boyd gets a shot off there. That's off the blocker. Nice shot. Good save by the goalie. Uh-oh. Sucic loses the puck there. We got Roman back here with Zayden Collins rushing it in. Nice save there by Dory. Cleared out of the middle there by Bastine. Boyd trying to get it out of the zone here. And we're going to ice it. Again, we're getting a little frantic down there in our D zone. We just need to settle down and play sound defense. Okay, Bankert, Board, Denton, Coles, and Bates. Gorbold. All right. Here goes Board. He'll get this one across the blue line and in the zone. He puts a move on, tries to centering pass there, intercepted by Summit. They're going to try and go out the other way. Coles and Gorbold back on D here. They'll dump this one. And I think that caught Doug over there on the bench as it went out of play. So we should face off here at the blue line. Yeah, they were going to do it at center ice. Okay. Bankert steps in for the faceoff. Gets it across the blue line. Goes wide. Doesn't have the angle for the shot there. It'll come back to Coles on the point. He's going to go over to Gorbold. Gorbold dumps it into the corner. Denton now. Working the puck along the boards. He gets a little help from Bankert. Now back to Denton. He's looking for Board there in the middle. Unable to pull the trigger. Denton with good pressure here holds the puck in the corner. He'll get a little help now from Board as he goes to the bench. Here's Bankert. A little too high on that shot. It ends up being blocked. There's January coming in to help out on the forecheck. Board now. Nope, that's off a Summit skate. Coles will take it. And he's going to work his way up along the boards as he sees some daylight. He goes wide, pushes the puck in deep. And Summit comes away with it, and they'll get it out of the zone. Cole's chasing that one down into the corner. Gets a little help from January. Centering pass there goes wide, and Bates will ice it. So we got 8:47 to go here in the first period. They're showing 2 shots for the Mountaineers and none for Summit on the board. I don't think that's accurate. there have been way more shots than that. All right. Roman gets that ahead to January, who goes across ice to Boyd. Boyd trying to get a shot there, gets deflected. We got Chopko and Roman back on defense. They'll take this into the middle. And Dory covers that one up. All right, Sebastian. No, we just changed here. Let's see. We got Board, Benton, and Rose at the forwards. Comes out to the point. Taken by Denton. He gets that over to Board. Board trying to go back to Denton. Denton gets it into the corner. All right, Denton gets it back. He's looking for Board in front of the net. Unable to get it there. Board chases that puck down. Then we lose it. And Summit's going to break it out. Good rub out there on the boards by Chopko as he takes the puck away from Zayden Collins with a little help from Sage Denton. Oh, a little mix up on the pass there. Winds up with a shot. Dory does a nice job blocking that and covering it up. All right, Sucic and Coles on defense now with Weinrich, Bastine, and January at forwards. Weinrich will step in for the faceoff. And Summit's going to change things up. All right, Weinrich digs that one into the corner. Summit comes away with it. They fan on the shot there. The pass intercepted by Weinrich. Oh. They're going to say Bastine was offsides as he crossed the blue line before the puck there, unfortunately. All right, this will come to Coles. He's going to go up the boards to Weinrich. Weinrich hands it off to Bastine. Back to Weinrich. Looking for January on the back door there. Unfortunately, he was unable to handle it. January from the point now. Oh, tipped by Weinrich. That one goes off the crossbar. They put a shot up on that. Technically, it's not a shot, but anyway. Because the goalie didn't have to make a save. All right, Summit going the other way. Coles pokes the puck away at the hash mark, and it'll come out of the zone here. Denton, they're going to be offsides as Summit sends that back into the zone before they can clear out. 6:25 to go here in the first period. No score. You got Bankert, Rosé, and Denton with Chopko and Gorbold. Someone will get that into the zone. Gorbold comes away with it in the corner. He's going to look for Bankert off the boards. Bankert gets it across the blue line. But the Mountaineers get tied up in the neutral zone. Okay, they come back away with the puck. Bankert, he fires that one wide. Summit going the other way now. Broken up at the blue line. And Chopko will send it up the boards, and that's going to be icing. Okay, so for the face-off here, we'll come out with Roman and Sucic on defense. Weinrich, Cruz, and Boyd are forwards. Boyd steps in to get that puck as Weinrich ties it up on the face-off. He loses it at the blue line, gets it back from Roman. Now hands it off to Weinrich. Weinrich back to Boyd in the slot. Oh, his shot deflected wide. That was a prime scoring opportunity there. All right, Weinrich with the stick lift there. Ties the puck up in the corner. Boyd comes away with it. Boyd loses it. And Summit is able to clear it out of their zone. All right, back check by Boyd. He will force the turnover. Weinrich hands it off to Boyd on the boards. Boyd back to Weinrich. Oh, just missing on the passes ever so slightly. That shot goes way wide. Oh, January loses his footing there on the boards. Roman comes in there to help him out, but Summit comes away with the puck. They're going to dump it into the corner and try to set up their offense. That one gets a bit of Dory's stick. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Dory makes a save with the mask there. This will not be icing. We'll change behind the play as Summit will regroup it. All right, that one taken by Board. He loses it. Chopko sends it right up the boards to Summit. Got to pull that puck off the boards. Okay, Coles takes that puck away at the hash mark. It comes out of the zone. Summit going backwards. They will get it into the zone here. Shot there, covered up by Dory. 3:35 to go here in the first period. No score. Back and forth game. Nobody's been able to break the seal, though. Bankert steps in for the faceoff. It'll go into the corner. Chopko and Rosé chasing it down with Bankert here in the near corner. Bankert comes away with it as Chopko ties up the Summit forward. Bankert with a good cross-ice pass to Rosé. Unfortunately, a little too much sauce on it. It's going to go for icing. All right, Bastien, Cruz, and Boyd now at forwards. Bastien steps in for the faceoff. He comes away with it. He's going to go behind the net with it. Ahead to Boyd. Boyd goes cross ice to Cruz. Cruz has it knocked away from him. It'll come away to Coles. He's going to go to Chopko. Chopko back to Coles, who can't handle that pass in his skates. All right. So January there sends it into the zone. He'll go to the bench as Boyd and Bastien put on the forecheck. Here comes Denton. He's going to the slot. Bastien looking for him. Misses on that pass. Summit's going to come away with it. They chip it up the boards. Coles takes it at center ice. We'll go across ice to Boyd here. He'll bring it in. He gets it into the slot. Shot goes over the crossbar there for the field goal. We need to go low on this goalie from what I've seen so far, and we're still trying to go high on him. All right, Bastien comes away with a puck. Roman and Gorbold out on D. That will be dumped in by Summit. Gorbold will get there. He's going to send it up the boards to Board. Back to Gorbold. Back to Board. Now to Bankert. Bankert's got to move on the D. He gets wide. Good shot there, but just misses wide. That was the right spot to put it. He had the goalie beat. But it was not on net. We got a minute to go now. Summit will dump that in. They're going to call icing as they were not across center ice. So we'll get a chance to change things up here as we face it off in the Summit zone. Coles, Sucic, Weinrich, Bastien, and Boyd. Weinrich steps in for the face-off. Summit doesn't seem to know what they're doing. Come on. Delay game. Let's go. They're going to kick the center out of the face-off now. I don't know why. Okay, this will come to Coles. His shot makes it through traffic, but ends up bouncing wide. All right, Boyd with the shot there. That one's in the glove. Again, we're going high. .48 seconds to go here in the period. Weiner gets that to Boyd. That comes out of the zone. We'll have to get back on sides. Weiner gets across the line as we dump it in. Boyd trying to tie it up there on the hash mark. Unsuccessful. It'll come back to Sucic. His pass to Boyd intercepted. Coles with the block on the shot there. Sucic sends it around the boards to Boyd. Boyd gets it ahead to Bastien. He gets around the D. Oh, that shot blocked by the goalie. Now Coles, we got 7 seconds here. He's going to skate it in. And the backhand ends up fluttering toward the net, and Summit clears it out of the zone. So I'll do it for the first period, no score. We're going to talk about what we're going to do here differently in this second period and how we're going to get pucks in the net. Scoreboard shows 8 shots for Vail, 4 for Summit. I think those numbers are off a little bit, but so we'll change sides here for the second period. We'll take the ice with Chopko and Roman on D, Bankert, Rizet, and Board at forwards. Bankert will step in for the face-off. We'll scrum at center ice. Board will come away with it and skate it into the Summit zone. He gets through traffic, gets the shot off, blocked by the goalie. But we won't get credit for the shot on the scoreboard there. All right, this one will get tipped through. They'll call no icing. We put on the forecheck here. Bankert comes away with it. Oh, he's got Rizet going to the net. Board tries to get it to Bankert in front of the net there. Is unsuccessful. All right, Chopko across to Roman. Roman trying to create some time and space, opens things up. There's Bankert now on the pass from Board. He's got Rizet going to the net. Roman steps in and holds that puck in. That came across the blue line and will be offsides. So 12:49 to go here in the second period. We're going to change things up on the face-off here at the blue line. Gorbold and Coles on D, Bastine, January, and Boyd at forwards. Bastine steps in for the face-off. He digs that over to Gorbold, who sends it into the zone. It's intercepted by Summit on the boards here. Boyd back to Coles. Coles then chips it ahead for Boyd. He gets it behind the D. He's got January going to the net. He puts that one off the goalie's glove. And Summit will ice it the other way. Still get a face-off back in the Summit zone with 12:26 to go here in the second. Bastine steps back in for the face-off here. He digs it back to Boyd. Boyd's shot is blocked by the goalie. There we go in front of the net. Bastine can't pull the trigger. Boyd sends one off the goalie. And we failed to capitalize. See if we can do it again here. Here goes Bastine. He drops it for Boyd. But there's a defender there from Summit. Summit just trying to clear it out of their zone here. They get it ahead to Boyd. We're offsides. So we're going to have a face-off at the blue line. 11:52 to go in the second. I guess they're going to bring it back to our blue line from where that pass originated. No. After talking about it, maybe they're going to settle on center ice here. Yes. Okay. Board, Bankert, Denton, Sucic, and Roman. Summit gets that one in off the face-off, poked away by Roman. Bankert tries to take it up the boards. He has it taken away. He'll take it back, get it across the line there. I think he might have been offsides. The ref thought about blowing his whistle and then didn't. So we'll dump this one in and put the forecheck on. Denton unable to hold it in against the boards there. Summit gets it across ice here and into our zone. Good back check there as we tie them up. Bankert will get it out. He chips it ahead up the boards. Gets caught on the back check by Summit. And they'll clear it out. Sucic, little anxious on that one there, sends it into the zone before we can clear. We'll be offsides. So we'll change lines here with just a hair over 11 minutes to go in the second period. Coles and Chopko on defense. Cruz, January, Weinrich, and Boyd at forwards. Weinrich steps in for the faceoff. He'll dig that back to Chopko. Chopko sends it up the boards for Boyd, who chips it out of the zone. Summit D will come away with the puck. They'll send it back the other way. Coles now off the boards to Weinrich. He's going to skate this one in. He drops it for January as he goes to the net. Nice save by the goalie. Weinrich tries the backhand and is unsuccessful. Chopko gets it back to Weinrich. Weinrich digs it out there to Boyd. Gosh. Nice save by the Summit goalie. We just keep getting stymied there. They're only showing 12 shots on the board. I think it's at least 16, but who's counting? Summit comes away with it off the face-off here. Gorbold will get it at center ice. He tries to get it across to Weinrich. And Weinrich is unsuccessful in clearing the zone, or they're going to call this icing. I don't know. We got one ref at the far face-off circle. Yeah, they're going to – icing is going to be the call. All right, Weinrich Shot there off the face-off, and Dory will cover it up. All right, this one will come out to the point. Shot. Oh, no. Oh, no. So, bad bounce there. And Dory gets out of position, and they get it past her. As Summit goes up 1-0 with 10:07 to go here. Okay, Rosé looking across ice for Denton, intercepted. Bankert and Sucic battling for the puck over there. It goes out of play, so we'll face it off at the blue line. All right, Bankert on the face-off. Summit gets it. They will bring this into the zone here. Dory slaps that puck out of the way with the stick. Summit dumps it back into the corner. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. We almost gave up a wraparound there. Shot there from the point with a tip. And Dory covers up the puck. We'll change with January, Bastine, and Weinrich. So we're going to mix up lines a little bit again. All right, January chips it up the boards. We're unable to get it out of the zone there. Okay, here's Bastine. He tries to backhand it to Weinrich. Unsuccessful. January sends a shot wide there. This will come out to the point. Sucic sends it back in around the boards. We got no one there on the weak side. Summit tries to bring it out. Roman holds it on the blue line. Summit will dump it the other way. All right, Bastine will get it across the blue line. He gets behind the D. Tries a low shot there. Pad saved by the goalie. Here's Weinrich cycling in. He's getting slashed from behind. We won't get a call. Shot there off of Dory's glove and over the net. Oh boy. Are they gonna? They're gonna call icing on that one. 8 minutes to go in the second period. Mountaineers trail 0-1 versus Summit here. Trying to figure out how to get one in the net. Board, Denton, and Rosé are the forwards, so we're mixing things up here a little bit. Chopko and Gorbold on D. That one, oh boy, saved by Dory there. We are giving them free looks in the slot, which is not good. To clear this out of the zone, Summit will regroup it on their blue line. They fan on the pass. Come on, forecheck it. There we go. This comes out of the zone. They're going to go cross ice here. All right, here we go. As Rosé gets this across center ice, he looks for Denton on the cross ice pass, and Denton unable to get a stick on that. Good back check there by Rosé to hold the puck in the zone. Summit will send it out. Cole's now on D. Misses Bastine on that pass. They're going to say no icing. And Summit will go the other way now. Good poke check there by Gorbold. All right, Gorbold stepping up here. He's got Bates, or Boyd. No. Gorbold loses the puck there. Boyd over to Bastine. Misses on the pass back to Boyd. Summit brings this one up the boards. They'll dump it in as they get across center ice. Here's Bankert. He's got open ice in front of him. Unable to handle the puck cleanly, though, and put the afterburners on. Summit going the other way. 5:54 to go here in the period. Pass there intercepted by Boyd. He gets it ahead to Bastine. Bastine's going to go wide, and his shot goes wide. Board now, forechecking in the corner with Bankert. Trying to hold this puck in here. They'll come back to Coles. He bats at it, and it flutters into the zone. Summit brings it out. This is Aiden Collins pulling up there at the top of the circle. Mountaineers will come away with it. They lose it. They get it back. Here's Rosé to Denton. Denton puts a shot low. The goalie gets the glove down on that. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Mountaineers still trailing 0-1. Rosé steps in for the face-off. That'll go into the corner. Board ties it up there, off the boards, and it'll come back to Roman. She goes ahead for Denton. He's going to skate this one into the slot. Poked away by the D there. Denton now in the corner with the puck. Drops it for Rosé. Board unable to get that backhand cleanly on the net. And Summit going the other way. Uh-oh. Ooh. They miss on the backhand there. That came out of the zone. Yeah, okay. We need to forecheck this. Come on. Oh. Sucic ties it up there. Here's Weinrich. Oh, we're gonna get a penalty behind the play. Looks like they're gonna call holding on Nash, and he's gonna go to the box. The Summit player had his glove. What the heck? So now we're gonna go on a penalty kill here with Boyd, Weinrich, Gorbold, and Roman. Hey, what are we doing? It's going to be Bastine. Mix up there on our penalty kill line. Shot there blocked by Dory. We'll go around the boards here. They're going to call icing on that. 3:35 to go in here in the second period. We need some goals here if we're going to avoid this loser bracket. Dory makes a nice save there. Minute and 7 to go here on the penalty on Sucic. All right, there we go. Boyd gets that one off the faceoff. He's going to skate it into the Summit zone. He gets tied up on the boards. Summit going to skate it back out the other way. Bastine back checking there. Roman forces it wide. Shot there from the point goes wide. Gorbold able to clear that one out of the zone. He'll get it right back. And they get it on the point. Bastine gets a stick on that one, and we're able to clear it out of the zone. Uh-oh. That one goes off the crossbar. We got lucky there. All right, Roman gets that puck off to Boyd. He gets caught from behind. They say they're not offsides there. Okay, we're back to even strength. Oh, boy. Dory makes the save there. With 2:10 to go. We'll change it up now. Coles and Chopko. Bankert, Denton, and Rouze. Bankert ties it up there. Summit comes away with it. They get a shot off. Dory covers it up. So, according to the clock, we are now trailing in shots. So, we've kind of been on our heels here. We need to figure out something. Oh, no. Well, Dory was screened on that one, and it went right in the net. She did not see it. Summit takes a 2-0 lead with 2:05 to go here in the second period. Mountaineers are... I just don't know what to make of the way this team looks like right now. But the body language out there is not good. All right, Bankert gets the face off. He tries to shot there. Oh, rebound missed by Denton. Summit may have got a stick on that. I'm sorry, that was Rouze, not Denton. All right, Rouze in the corner. They'll come out the other way. They'll come to Coles at center ice. He goes back for Bankert. Puts it a little too far out in front of him. Coles will get it back here. We got to get on sides. All right, January dumps that one in. Minute 20 to go here in the period. Summit taking the lead in shots and the lead in goals. 2-0 here. Oh, no. Bankert. Pass is intercepted. Dory gets that one in the glove. .51 seconds to go here on this second period. Weinrich, Bastine, January, Chopko, Coles. They go to the point on the faceoff. We just let them skate it right in. Shot is covered up by Dory. 43 seconds to go in the period. Weinrich. Another shot by Summit. They have all the momentum right now, and we need to take it back. All right, here's Bastine looking for Weinrich. He's tied up with the defender there and can't get to that puck. Summit going the other way. Chopko does a good job forcing that one wide and rubbing it out on the boards down in the corner. Summit comes away with it. Another shot there. It's saved by Dory. 7 seconds. And this should do it for the period. They stop it with 0.1 seconds on the clock. We only got 4 skaters on the ice here. Come on. So we're going to have to talk things over here and figure out how we're going to turn things around here in this third period. If we lose this game, we will play immediately after. Back to back. I believe. And I believe it would be against Telluride again. Don't quote me on that, but that would not be an ideal situation. So we need to get our act together here for this third and final period. All right, so Dory back to the net. We'll do Gorbold and Roman on D. Bankert, Denton, and Rosé at forwards. Bankert steps in for the faceoff. Gorbold ahead to Bankert. He's going to take this in wide. He gets around the D. Looks for Rosé on the back door. Again, the big swing and the miss. This one comes all the way out of the zone. We'll forecheck it here in the neutral zone. Summit will bring it right back in. Good poke check there by Gorbold. Rosé ahead to Denton. He's going to skate it in. He tries to go through the legs there. Gets the puck behind the net. He's got Bankert going to the front. He goes back to Bankert. Bankert finds Roman. Her shot goes off of the shin guard there. Oh, my gosh. Boyd finds Weinrich streaking in from the bench. Weinrich tries to go back to Boyd there. His pass is intercepted. Roman gets it ahead to Weinrich. He loses the puck there and bowls over a Summit player in the act. Here goes Aiden Collins. His shot deflected high. Or shot attempt, I should say. And shot there gloved by Dory. Summit has taken a decisive lead in shots on the scoreboard now. Bastine steps in for the faceoff with Weinrich and Boyd, Coles and Sucic on D. Shot there covered up by Dory as she bats that down. I think the numbers are a little off, but they're showing 21 shots for Summit now and 15 for Vail. We're just out of sorts here. All right, Cole's off the faceoff. He's going to go back to Sucic. Sucic ahead to Boyd. Trying to start the breakout there. Gets it to Bastine. And Banker gets tripped there on the blue line. We're going to get a power play. So we got 11:51 to go here in the third period, down 2-0. We need a spark. And a goal here on this power play would provide that spark. Coles, Sucic, Banker, Bastine, and Boyd. Banker will step in for the faceoff. Summit comes away with it, and they get it out of the zone here. Bastine pokes that away across the blue line. It's out of the zone now. Summit will bring it right back in. We are on a power play, guys. We got a man advantage. Let's go. All right, Bastine, he's going to take that into the middle. He gets swarmed by the D. Bankert gets a shot off. Goalie makes a save. Summit will ice it. 59 seconds to go on the man advantage. 11:19 to go in the third period. Mountaineers trail 0-2. Looking to pull it within one on this power play. Bankert. It's a Board. Board gets a shot off. Goalie makes a save. They'll rimmer out to Coles on the blue line. He tries to get it to Bankert in the middle there. The Summit defender steps up on it. Oh, they want to trip on us. They're not going to get it. Sucic skates this one up. Seeing some daylight. Fans on the shot. Okay, Rizet, Bankert trying to tie that up in the corner. Rizet's got it now. He's looking for Board. It's going to come all the way out of the zone here. Chopko will take it and try to skate it up through the neutral zone. He gets it across center ice, but can't get it deep. Now Summit going the other way. Coles with a nice job on the D there. Board now. We got even strength as we're offsides as the power play expires. That was not the kind of power play performance we were looking for. Sorry, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. All right, Boyd on the faceoff here from Bastine. His shot deflected wide. Bastine centering. Nobody able to handle it there. Chopko does a good job keeping it in. Bastine behind the net there has the puck taken away. It'll come around the boards to Chopko. He goes back into the corner to Boyd. Oh. We miss on the pass there. It comes all the way back to our zone. This is just kind of how this game has gone. All right, Boyd on the forecheck does a flyby. Summit will bring this into the zone. Shot there goes wide into the corner. Gorbold will rim it around to Cruz. Summit holds it in. Now Boyd sends it out with the backhand. Cruz will try and chase this one down. Will overskate it. Summit going the other way now. Here's Zayden Collins. He flutters one about 5 feet over the crossbar. Calvin might have got a stick on that. 8:50 to go. Mountaineers still trailing by 2 and really unable to mount anything. And now we're going to get a trip there. So we're going to go on a penalty kill as Roman's going to go to the box. Coles and Gorbold will be the D. Board and Rosé will be the forwards. Things just not going the right way for us here this morning. We just need to hold this one. Okay, that shot goes wide. Good job by Board there. That will clear the zone. Oh, no. Okay, we get it through. Rosé gets tied up and loses it. Summit going the other way here. Shot there goes wide. Gorbold sends it around. It'll come out to the point. Summit now at the hash mark. They'll dump it into the corner here. Swarming defense in the middle there will take the puck away. January gets that down into the Summit zone. And we'll change up the forwards here with Bankert and Denton. Bankert with a good back check there, trying to get it out of the zone. Loses it right at the blue line. Shot there. Oh, no. Dory got a glove on that. She covers this one up. No, it's still loose. Shot there. Goes wide. Summit will send it out to the point here. They work it around. Good job by Dory to track that and get the pad on it. Here we go. Denton tries to get that one. He'll dump it deep into the Summit zone as the penalty expires and we're back to even strength. So good penalty kill there. 7 minutes to go here in the third period. Mountaineers trying to mount the comeback. Down by 2. Summit will dump and change behind the play. Weinrich here gets through. He's got Boyd here on the far side. Boyd back to Weinrich. Gets that into the corner. Chopko and Sucic on D now. That shot deflected by the goalie. All right, Summit, this is Aiden Collins bringing this one into the zone. Bastien intercepts that centering pass with a good job on the back check there. He was tracking that all day. Just under 6 minutes to go now. And Mountaineers needing badly to change the momentum here, which has been all Summit. All right, Bastien gets that one in deep. We change with January and Board. Oh. Gorbold puts a shot. Puck is loose. And they will whistle it as the goalie gets a pad on top of it. So we'll change up here on the faceoff. Gorbold, Roman. Denton. Bankert. And January. Bankert gets that faceoff into the corner. Summit comes away with it. They break it out with a nice breakout. Centering pass there, intercepted by Gorbold. Oh my gosh. But we're just whacking at the puck here. We need to get it cleanly out here. January tries to chip it out. Summit intercepts it. Oh, are you kidding me? They're going to call another one on Roman here. As she pushes out a Summit player in front of the net there. It'll be Coles, Gorbold, Boyd, and Rosé on the penalty kill here with 4:39 to go. Coles with the block shot. Summit in the corner here. They'll go out to the point. They find a player on the back door. We got a whistle. I don't know what. They're going to call it a crease violation on Summit. And so that'll kick it out of the zone here. 4:26 to go. Mountaineers needing 2 goals to knot this up. You know, we managed to get 2 shorthanded goals yesterday, so we'll see if we can find that magic here again. Here goes Boyd. He gets forced wide. We got a penalty coming up on Summit. I don't know what. They're calling hooking. Okay. So it's going to go 4-on-4 now. Well, we got 2 penalties there. So it's going to be 4-on-3 now. Mountaineers will go to a man advantage as 2 penalties are called on Summit there. Wait, the ref throws another whistle out there. What's this one now? He's going to go talk to the Summit coaches. Now we're going to get a bench minor, I think, is what it looks like. Yes. Bench minor on Summit. As they're going to have 3 players in the box. I don't know if this will move to 5-on-3 now. I don't know how this works. The ref is going to sort it out there with the timekeeper. And we're going to use this as an opportunity to talk things over. As 3 Summit players go into the box with 4:05 to go, we trail by 2 goals. If there was ever a time to get our act together, this is it. So it's going to be Coles, Bastine, Chopko, and Bankert. It was a bench minor, yeah. There was an unsportsmanlike, a hook, an unsportsmanlike, and a bench minor.
I'm never done treating you.
I think. Yeah. Well, he looked over at the bench and blew the whistle on that, you know. But I don't understand. This will be 4-on-3. Was it bench minor? Yeah. Hooking unsportsmanlike and bench minor, I think, is what the. It was hooking unsportsmanlike and then a bench minor, I think. Yeah. Yep.
Alice.
So we're going to be, I don't know why. Still got the ref over there trying to sort things out. Summit coach is about to get another one. So he's given instructions, I think, to their penalty box attendant on what they can and can't do here. It's 4-on-3. For the next 56 seconds. Then it'll go to 5-on-3 for 34 seconds. All right, Banker, back to Chopko. Chopko shoots that. Tip attempt there. We're unsuccessful. Banker tries the wraparound. That is blocked. Banker's got it. He's going to go back to Bastine. Back to Coles. He goes across to Chopko. We got time. Banker tries to go low there. Goalie makes the save. Summit will clear this out of the zone. Chopko. Yeah, get your head up there. Bastine, they're going to call him off sides as his skates cross the blue line before the puck. Offsides. Okay, Rizet will come out for Chopko. Bastine gets the face-off, gets it over to Bankert. Oh, my gosh. That's a hand pass! Hand pass! That was a hand pass. They didn't call it. .28 seconds to go here. TJ calling for a timeout. As we're now going to go 5-on-3 here for 28 seconds with 3:03 to go. You're giving us all kinds of time to talk this over here. Normally, you'd only get about a minute on a timeout. They are going to pull Dory from goal. So we're going to go 6-on-3 here. Maybe not. Yeah, so we'll break the huddle with 6 skaters on the ice. It'll be Banker, Weinrich, Roman, Coles, Bastine, and Rizet. We need a goal. Here we go. Oh, my God. And that's not it. Banker puts that one wide. Banker gets it back at the blue line. 13 seconds here on the 6-on-3. This will come to Coles on the point. He's going to skate it up. He fires a shot. That's knocked down by the goalie from the glove. They're going to ice this as the penalties expire. And 2:29 to go here. And we'll take a face-off down in the Summit zone. So it's now 6-on-5. No. We're going to go put Dory back in the net. Banker on the face-off as Roman goes back. It'll come back to Coles on the point. His shot goes wide. Bastine to Banker. It'll come to Coles. He gets it into the corner. He goes back to Weinrich. Weinrich centering there, backhanded shot. Oh, we miss. Gosh. We just can't find the net. All right, Banker, cross ice. Coles. He puts that on net, saved by the goalie. They'll chip this one out of the zone. Coles gets it at the blue line. He's going to skate this up. His shot there from the blue line is blocked. Poked away there by Boyd at the blue line. He's going to go down to the corner. Minute 21 to go here. Mountaineers still trailing 2-0. Taken away by Boyd. He gets it on the forehand, puts it right on the goalie's chest. Oh. All right, Coles ahead to Bankert. Poked away by Summit. 1 minute to go here. Sucic now. $40 seconds to go here. Summit dumps it into the corner. I don't know for sure, but I think we might. I'm not going to say yet, but yeah, we may. $14 seconds. Another one in the goalie's glove. 10 seconds to go. So we pulled Dory from the net there. Bankert steps in for the faceoff. Summit wins the faceoff and just misses on the empty netter, but we're going to drop game 2 to Summit. We're still alive, but that's not the spot we want to be in. So I don't know when the next game will be here. We will we'll go to the loser bracket and have a long road out of that if we want to make the championships. And that could hurt our chances of state. So stay tuned. We'll be back here shortly for another game. Likely, it looks like Aspen and Durango are playing next. And we will have a game probably after that one. So I'm going to say probably 12:30 or 1 o'clock. And we'll hope we can regroup from there. Thanks for tuning in.